On this all-new episode of Nightlife, we hit the ice at CNA to break down the red-hot VGK power play with the head coach.
Do you feel it on the bench when you get a power play? A different energy?
I think this year the team knows, like, we can have a bad stretch of hockey and be down a goal, that if we get a power play, they can get us right back in it and get us even and then get going a little bit. I think we saw that early in the year a little bit a few times.
And we sit down with Pavel Dorofeyev to discuss his importance to the special teams unit.
I mean, I'm just there to finish great passes from my teammates, from my line mates.
Dorofeyev a drive and he scores! Pavel Dorofeyev let it rip!
Plus, we recap the thrilling shootout victory against the Philadelphia Flyers.
Posted in! Jack Eichel snaps it home.
All of that and more this week on Nightlife.
Power play. Theodore for Olofsson steps, shoots, scores! On their power play, they have not had that left-hand shot. Eichel hustles to get after it. Now in front, Olofsson scores! Victor Olofsson rips it home on a power play to tie it. Eichel holding, down low, Stone to Hurdle, scores! This is becoming a dangerous setup and play that has paid off for Vegas.
Theodore back for Stone, backdoor Dorofeyev, he scores! Tic-tac-toe passing.
Waugh centered and score!
Pavel Dorofeyev once again, power play goal.
Carlson down low, trying to feed it out in front, and Hurdle scores!
Fantastic finish by Hurdle. Now the Golden Knights get their first power play.
And see if they can close it within one. Right off the draw, Dorofeyev scores! 5 seconds into the power play.
Power play comes through again.
Welcome into this all-new episode of Nightlife. The Golden Knights are off to a very solid start, sitting near the top of the Western Conference. A huge part of the early success can be attributed to one of the NHL's best power play units, hovering near 31%. The Golden Knights boast a top 3 power play percentage league-wide. We hit the ice at CNA with the breakdown crew and a special guest in this week's edition of Between the Benches.
Power play has been the talk of the Las Vegas Valley, but before the puck goes in the net, the Vegas Golden Knights have to gain possession, and that comes courtesy of the faceoff dot, which has been very good with Tomas Hurdle as the center iceman. The power play has been much more effective. Does that come from right here? Does it start from right here?
Probably 3 areas. I think it's our puck recovery. Our guys' second effort to get pucks back is much better this year.
How do you get better at that?
Well, I think that's a mindset. And Hurdle's great at that. So he's good in the circle. He's good at getting pucks back. How we want him to deploy our bumper guy, he's excellent because he gets closer to the net. And I think with Stoney's long reach, Jack brings people out here. That's the third part of what Hurdle does great for. Face-offs, puck recovery, and the position he's playing and where he wants to play. He doesn't want to be high. He wants to be under the hash mark, so he's tough to cover there.
Is that unusual for the bumper spot to be closer to the net?
I think it depends which team you are. Some guys will move up and down. What you want is spacing. You know, if the puck is on this side, you don't want 2 guys in a row so that one guy can check both, right? You need a higher passing lane and a lower passing lane. I think we're going to use him lower, which puts Olofsson or Pavel a little higher. But normally it's going to Jack over there.
Yeah.
Stoney, if he doesn't think he's going to shoot right away, will drop off.
To the side of the net.
To the side of the net. But try to be above the goal line so that you can attack the net. If Shane's the defenseman, decides to cover me and I drift his Hurdle, he can go to the net because Stoney's got that long reach. And what he does so well is he'll fake going to the net, pull it back, and then pass it in here. Shane will bite on it, slide it under his stick, that triangle, and Hurdle's now low. So the forward that was covering he's coming to get Hurdle and he can't get any position on him because he's so big.
I think that's what makes it hard on this D-man is when Jack curls up, you got to kind of come out a bit and respect him, and he's good at drifting kind of to the middle, which opens the pop out then that
That
opens up.
defenseman has to, like, he can't just stand back there. Jack will just walk into the dot and rip it top shelf, right? Stoney then leaves the post and goes to there once he sees the D come out. Now Hurdle, who's here for Jack originally maybe, now sees what's developing, sees the D coming out. So Shane's sliding up. Hurdle slides into here. Now there's only one D left, and he's got to worry about the seam and this pass. So that's what we're trying to do, is get this D out, freeze their forward over there with the one-timer, which Dorofeyev scored on, and Olofsson, and make it a two-man game right here.
What I find with Stoney, for this guy, it's a quick read, this D-man. He either knows the bang-bang play, or he waits for this guy to get back, and then he hesitates, and he's so good at finding another little pocket to Hurdle.
We can get it under the stick pretty good under duress, right? Like, it's not easy. You think, okay, you'll stand here. Yeah, well, anybody can pass it through that 3 foot, but with this D coming back, that D going at you, where is Hurdle? Like, you know, and then maybe he's the open guy. You got to process a lot in probably a half a second and then make the play.
I've watched it work quickly, and I've watched it be deliberate. Which do you prefer?
Well, I like it quicker because then like they have less time to recover, right? But if it's deliberate, that probably means that someone slid or got in the passing lane, and sometimes you don't want to force it either. Like, the bang-bang play has to be right on, and the timing has to be perfect. If you're more deliberate, you can pull it back out, throw it back up to Jack and start over, instead of forcing a play. Because what teams will start to do, and what LA did, is they shrink this area. So they're basically saying, we're not letting you make this play, make another play. And that is where we have to evolve next, right? Okay, they're gonna take this away, Stoney. Maybe you can't get it to this side of the ice, go back to Jack. They're all collapsed, up to Theo, one-timer. Start pounding it from there. Now it brings the people back out to Theo. Now it opens, so it's a bit of a cat and mouse game because every team scouts you, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna find the next option, which might be the seam over to Pav. It might be back up top and then a one-timer. If this D's gonna walk down, it might be Jack faking the pass, step inside and start ripping shots from here. Either way, you gotta get people to expand again so you can get back to this play you want.
Time for our first break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we sit down with Pavel Dorofeyev to discuss his career year so far.
My father and my coach, they always told me that I have a really good shot, so I have to use it a little bit more than I used it before.
Don't go anywhere. Nightlife will be right back. Welcome back to Nightlife.
Kolasar looking to center it. Dorofeyev scores! Dorofeyev right in the slot. Tito out high. Dorofeyev a drive and he scores!
Dorofeyev absolutely rips this.
Out high Theodore. Dorofeyev scores! They worked it around and find Pavel Dorofeyev on his 24th birthday.
Back out for Eichel, now Theodore. For Stone, cross-ice pass. Dorofeyev scores. Tic-tac-toe passing. Here's Dorofeyev, scored the Las Vegas goal. Into the backhand shot, he scores!
Oh my!
Whoa!
Out keeps it in right on the line. Down low, Hurdle. Back door to Dorofeyev and he scores! Into the Ottawa zone with Dorofeyev to the net. On the forehead, he scores! Right off the draw, Dorofeyev scores!
He wastes no time on this one.
Pavel Dorofeyev with his 11th.
The Golden Knights have always been able to fill the score sheet, but this year, it's an unlikely name topping the gold charts for the VGK. Pavel Dorofeyev has led the way for the Golden Knights in the scoring category, so much so that he's already close to setting a new career high. And last time I checked, we're still in November. We sat down with number 16 for the very first time to chat about his amazing start.
What has it meant to have Ivan Barbashev and Ilya Samsonov here with you this season?
Oh, it's great to have them on the team because they are both for me like the older brother. They help me a lot. We spend a lot of time together, especially on the road trips. So yeah, we're having just a good time and fun.
And they give you a hard time too?
Not really. Sometimes.
What have you learned from Ivan Barbashev?
I learned hard work ethic from him because the guy who always do the right things on the ice and help the team win the game.
You talk about doing the right things on the ice. What were your goals coming into this season?
Just play my game and be the best version of myself and help the team win the games. Yeah, it wasn't just about the scoring goals or like the points. It was all about it.
Do you feel like you have been the best version of yourself so far?
I think I'm still working in this way, so I'll try to keep it up.
If going into this season, I know you said it wasn't all about goals, but if you would have told yourself that you would have 10 goals in the first 20 games, you'd be pretty satisfied with that, I'm sure.
I think, yeah. Why not? But as I said, it's not only about the goals, it's just about the game. I'll just go out there and enjoy every game with the teammates.
At what point in your career did you realize I have a really good shot?
Tito around high, Dorofeyev a drive and he scores! Pavel Dorofeyev let it rip.
That's a good question. So my father and my coaches, they always told me that I have a really good shot.
Yeah.
So I have to use it a little bit more than I used it before. So I think I'm in the right direction. I start a little bit listening to them and use my shot a little bit often.
Yeah, how did it get there? What do you do to maintain that? What's been your secret?
To be honest, there is no secret, just practice and some many reps on the ice and off ice.
How have you benefited from your position on the power play? A lot of those goals have come from that spot.
I mean, I'm there to the finish, the great passes from my teammates, from my line mates.
Tic-tac-toe passing.
Trying my best out there.
And Pavel Dorofeyev gets a power play goal.
What are you most proud of when you look at your season so far?
As a team, we are doing a really good job right now. We step in the right direction, and I can't say something for I'm proud about myself.
Yeah.
Because it's just my job. So, yeah.
I know the fans definitely think you have something to be proud of with the amount of goals that you've scored, but I love that you're being humble. What's the next step for you building your game?
Don't stop at this point and just keep going forward. Yeah.
Pavel, thanks so much for taking the time to do
Thank
this.
you.
Congrats on a great season so far, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Time for another break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we head back to CNA to continue the power play discussion.
How would you attack these two defenders?
Well, they would be the ones in the box.
Box or penalty kick. We wouldn't be on the power play side of things, that's for sure.
Don't go anywhere. Nightlife on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Nightlife. Let's head back out to City National Arena to continue the discussion on this year's power play.
What's been the biggest boost to your power play?
Coaching.
I would say, I think this year, the biggest boost is everybody's in the spot I think they'll have success in and are happy in. Because don't forget, power play is 5 offensive guys that all want to touch the puck, that all feel they can be the guy or help the team. This year, Olsson's over there as a left stick and now Pav. They're one-timers. Jack wants a left stick over there so he can be a threat over there. For example, last year, Marshy and Jack both played this side. Well, if I put them both over on that side standing beside each other, I'd look pretty stupid right in the power play, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
So, we'd put Marshy over there, but he's not a one-timer, so the angles are different, right? And Stevie liked to play higher in the bumper, whereas Hurdle likes to play low, and with Stoney on the goal line, it's just better for us lower. And we're fortunate up top. Hanifin and Theo are very similar, so we can use either guy up there. It doesn't change the look. It's not a righty and a lefty now. It's 2 lefties that are very mobile, that understand the value of getting the puck to Jack, but also shoot enough to keep people honest. So I just think it's worked out really well. Stoney's on the goal line where he's probably at his best. And last year we had to move him in the bumper sometimes, just out of necessity. And I think the second unit, even though they haven't gotten a lot of time, I think is positioned to have success too. With Nick Waugh being a guy that's naturally on the goal line. Carly likes to move around, but he's a good face-off guy. You got a face-off guy that's left and right. and you got 2D out there so that when the penalty expires, you're ready to go with Petro and usually Hanny against good players. Most of the time after a penalty kill, the other team's best line's coming on the ice. I'd say 9 out of 10 times, because they've used more of the bottom of their lineup to kill. Now they get their guys out. So you want, your defense pair that can manage that too. So
and Hurdle and Stone are a lefty-righty. If the puck goes on that side, they can just switch spots?
They can then exchange spots. So if it ends up over there for an extended period of time, then Hurdle just slips to there, Stoney slips to the bumper. It's an easy kind of, just a simple, Hurdle's basically working here, gets over there, pops to here, Stoney's right there, and you're right back into your rotated around. Jack's a one-timer if it goes all the way around. The only thing you lose from that side is the one-timer from Theo up top. So, but we're more comfortable on this side because Jack is the guy that, wants to run it. Not, and one thing I found out about Olofsson, he's very good over there, composure in terms of holding on to pucks and making a play. It's not just, I thought you're thinking strictly a shooter, but he's gotten a lot of pucks. He's a puck recovery machine over there too. He's very good at it. Led to a couple of goals for, and he got himself out of trouble over there against pressure without just throwing the puck on the yellow where the other team can pressure you. He kept possession, used his hockey instincts to get out of there, and then we were able to reset without having to make a indirect pass. It was tape to tape.
Do you feel it on the bench when you get a power play? A different energy?
I think this year the team knows, we can have a bad stretch of hockey and be down a goal, that if we get a power play, they can get us right back in it and get us even and then get going a little bit. I think we saw that early in the year a few times.
How would you attack these two defenders?
Well, they would be the ones in the box. I've seen them.
Box or penalty kill. We wouldn't be on the power play side of things, that's for sure.
That's great. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Bruce.
Time for one final break here on Nightlife. Coming up next, we relive the thrilling come-from-behind victory against the Philadelphia Flyers.
In front, Pearson, a rush shot, score! And Tanner Pearson has pulled the Golden Knights even, set up by Hanif, and it's 4-4.
Keep it locked. Nightlife on Scripps Sports will be right back. Welcome back to Nightlife.
If you saw his goal against Ottawa the other night, you can tell that he's got sneaky good foot speed. He outskated the back check. He'll get his nose dirt. He'll go to the front of the net and get greasy goals. So good formula. He's got a good release. He's got enough pace, and he gets inside.
He looks more confident too. But with success, confidence will build up. So yeah, it's been a good couple of years seeing Pav develop to who he is right now.
It's pretty clear Doro's teammates and coaches are taking notice of his increased production. Pavel and the VGK would look to keep it rolling on the road against the Philadelphia Flyers.
The Golden Knights and Philadelphia Flyers. Here's Dave Gosher and Shane Knighty in Philly.
Yeah, Darren, great opportunity for the Golden Knights. Ilya Samsonov gets the start in net for the VGK. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Save made by Samsonov. Connecting to Farabee, a backhand and a big save, Samsonov. Drop it off for wrist to line, it cuts into the circle, shot, score! Konechny springs Couturier, has a step, shot, score! Lawton gets it back, feeds it out in front on a save, Samsonov on Hathaway, rebound, score! It's 3-0 Philadelphia. There's Eichel on top with a wrist shot and he scores! Jack Eichel snaps it home with goals in 3 straight now. Looking to start a Golden Knights comeback.
Well, how about the pass by Barbashev and Eichel? That is a great job taking that pass. Backhand, forehand, just rips it. Eichel's 8th.
Eichel on the move with Barbashev. Eichel closing in. Eichel with a shot blocked. Second chance and Barbashev scores.
First shot's blocked by Sanheim, but comes right to Eichel. He sticks with it. And Barbashev just drifts off. Gets open stick on the ice, great pass.
And just like that, it's a 1-goal game. Carries it behind the net, centered it back to the short side, intended for Tippett. Now Michkov scores! And it's 4-2 Flyers.
Now the Golden Knights get their first power play.
And see if they can close it within 1. Right off the draw, Dorofeyev scores!
What a shot by Pavel Dorofeyev. He wastes no time on this one.
And the Golden Knights have made it a 1-goal game again. With Sanheim coming. Sanheim robbed by Samsonov. Owen Tippett on the move. Hannafin coming back. Save Samsonov. Michkov to the net. Save Samsonov. And chased down by Howden. Puck out high to Nick Hague. Hannafin and pick his way through in front. Pearson, a rush shot, score! And Tanner Pearson has pulled the Golden Knights even. Set up by Hannafin. It's 4-4. Showing more resiliency tonight. Here's Frost off to Michkov, and Samsonov robbed him again. As time expires, play of that man, Ilya Samsonov, who helped them earn a point. They'd love to see them be able to grab another one here in overtime. Michkov looking, Sanheim a chance, and Samsonov with a glove.
What a save by Samsonov.
Sanheim looking down low. Couturier put it on net and a save, Samsonov.
Wow. One after another. Watch the end of his stick. It just catches it.
Eichel takes a peek at the clock, trying to move towards the net. Backhands to the front, blocked, and we'll head to a shootout. And here comes Konechny, and he lost the puck. Pavel Dorofeyev's up, and he's stopped by Fedotov. Matvei Michkov up next. Off the post. Jack Eichel up next. Posted in. Jack Eichel snaps it home. Ilya Samsonov's been outstanding in this game. See if he can close out the win. Save Samsonov! How fitting is that? And the Golden Knights win it in the shootout in Philadelphia, 5-4. What a game in net for Ilya Samsonov.
Goalies usually either love or hate the shootout. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm hated too. I don't like it.
You like it tonight, though. Congrats on the win. Thank you for this.
So much. Thank you.
That does it for this week on Nightlife. From all of us here at Scripps Sports, we hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And thank you for spending some time with us on this special day. Make sure to tune in next week for a special Hockey Fights Cancer episode, right here on Scripps Sports.